Hey everyone, my name's Goldfire Prime, and welcome back to the show. So today what I have for you guys is a review on the Transformers Beast Wars Megatron. Now, of course, this is a Walmart reissue of Megatron, and like these Walmart reissues are just like amazing. So, yeah, here is the front of the box. Let me get Megatron out of the way. Showing some nice artwork of Megatron, and on the back we have the other figures that are available, and in the first wave I pretty much have all of them except for Rat Trap. Now it's not because I can't find a Rat Trap, no, it's because I just do not want a transformer of a rat, which is probably one of the reasons why that guy he sold poorly. So anyways, why don't we have a look at Megatron himself. So here is Megatron in T-Rex mode, and he looks really nice. Now, they chose a lot more of a vibrant purple than the original one that had like a really pale purple, you know? It looked like the toy was like yellowed or something, which it probably was, or maybe. I don't really know. But yeah. So for detail, he does have a really nice head sculpt with painted red eyes, painted red teeth, and all across the figure you get this really long green stripe that goes all the way from head to tail, and it has like a nice fade to it, which is really nice. And on the bottom, you get this sort of yellowish kind of paint that goes all the way to from the chest to the tail, and of course it has like a nice fade to it. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is for detail. It's just Barney, I guess. So anyways, for articulation, he does have ball joints in the arms. Both of them are on ball joints, of course. And his mouth does open, but that's for like this water squirting gimmick. Now, I had tried that gimmick and it just did not work, so why even bother? But hey, luckily there's a lot more interesting gimmicks that are in this figure, which we'll get to in robot mode. And the legs, yeah, they do move around, but that's for robot mode, of course. Don't want to spoil articulation for that. So, anyways, why don't we get on to some size comparison. Alright, everyone. Here is Megatron next to Cheetor. And yeah, I'm probably thinking, why didn't you got Optimus Prime? Well, I want to save that for the robot mode. Everything interesting happens in the robot mode. And of course, he's like a lot bigger, has a lot more mass than Cheetor, and way longer too. And Cheetor is just like extremely small compared to him because this is a leader, or as they call back in the day, Ultra. That's a deluxe. Just fix this a bit. Yeah. Let's get Cheetor out of the way. And now we get on to transformation. So the transformation on this guy, it is pretty tricky, and yeah, it's gonna be hard to do on camera, but I'm gonna try my best, and please bear with me. So first thing I want to do is have the arms, hold it back, just get them out of the way. Do the same on the other side. And now we get on top, and there's like these two little tabs, and that lets you split both of the halves of the dino, the T-Rex mode, like so. And now we get onto this arm. There's these little panels right here, and you untab them like so, and that will let the arm just like spring out. And with the top section, oh, also there's head. The head, there is like these little tabs right here, and gotta make them go over this little orange bit. Purple bit, sorry. Make sure both of the sides are clicked in, like so. And then with the top, it does extend, like so. Move some stuff out of the way. Alright, spin this area around, like so. Oh, oops. Okay. Move the legs out of the way, like so. Spin them. Yep. And there are these two little panels on the side, and you want to make sure they're in place like so. And of course, again, make sure everything's out of the way. Oh, and also there's this little flap. Fold that down. Everything must be out of the way. And you collapse this together, make sure it's all aligned, like so. And there are these tabs on the top. You make sure they are clicked in place, like so. And then you position the arm like so, and that gets out. Just extend it. And get everything situated. Make sure these flaps out. Oh, and also there are some heel spurs, which I forgot. Fold them out. And here you have Megatron in his robot mode, and yeah, like most early Beast Wars Transformers, they look unrecognizable. This is because they have a thing called mutant mask, and this is mutant mask just looks boring. It looks lame. So what you want to do to get normal Megatron head is you split these two halves apart, and they just like hang off like little ears or something. And here you got Megatron's true head sculpt, and of course they got that signature bucket head like most Megatrons in every iteration does. Painted red eyes, a purple faceplate, a black helmet, and he does have like a scowl with painted white teeth. He's like sort of like this, yeah, like just growling at us or something. And the rest of the figure, it is pretty unpainted, like the original Beast Wars Megatron. I mean, they could have used some of this green paint and added on like the thighs so it could be a bit more cartoon accurate or something like that. I mean, that would have been nice, but of course they just kind of cheaped out a bit. Or they just want to be as true as the original Beast Wars Megatron. I don't know. I am not one of those yes men that Hasbro has. Okay? And the back of the figure, nothing much. Just, of course, some T-Rex kibble hanging off. And this dumb flap. I don't like this flap. This flap, it would have been nice if it folds all the way in, but no, it just does not. But anyways, for articulation, he does have a ball joint on the head, so it could look in any position as long as these weird bat wings that he has on his head don't get in the way. Has a ratchet on the shoulder and an out, which is on the hinge, and he even got a swivel on the shoulder and a bend, and you also got the same thing going on the other arm, which is like the gimmick arm, which we'll get to in a bit after articulation. And his waist, it does rotate. It's on a pretty soft ratchet, and he does have ratcheting swivels on the legs and a ratcheting in and out, which does get hindered by this. Got a bend at the knee, a swivel at the knee, and of course you got a bit of a toe bend. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is for articulation. Now, accessory wise, he doesn't really have accessories necessarily, but he does have gimmicks, which is kind of in the same category as accessories, you know? So, on both of his hips, there are these firing missiles, and there's like little purple buttons on each of them. So, click it, so. They fire these little anchors, if you will. They kind of look like horseshoes. But yeah, they are pretty cool. Plug that back in. And it does work for the other one too. And another cool gimmick that it does have is a pulverizing claw, as they call it in the old commercial. And you do kind of use this, but I don't know, it's a bit dodgy. It doesn't really work for mine, so I just like do this. Yeah. And the claw does open and close, which is pretty cool. I just wish it worked a bit better, that's all. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is for gimmicks. Now, here is what we've been waiting for this whole time. Some size comparison. So everyone, here is Megatron next to Optimus Prime. Oh no. Oh no. Megatron's shorter than Optimus. Like, why? Just why? I mean, they kind of are still a bit in scale. Like, maybe put something underneath Megatron to make him like a bit taller, and don't show their feet so it could look like the toy is actually that size. But they could have made him a bit taller. Now, I know this is more of a nitpick for the original design. The reissue, all it does is just like copy it and maybe give it a different paint job. But yeah, it is pretty dumb and it kind of bugs me. But anyways, of course, he is a bit shorter than Optimus. And of course, he has like a lot more mass in him because there's like a lot more things that are like hanging off. But of course, does not have as much gimmicks as Optimus Primal. But regardless, I think that they look amazing together. I'm finally glad to have an Optimus Primal and a Megatron. Like this Megatron reissue, it's one that I did really wanted for Christmas. Never got it. But I'm so glad that I finally have it, which is really great. They just look amazing together. It fills in that big gap that was in my collection on the bottom part with the G1 / Beast Wars Transformers. But yeah. So anyways, what are my final thoughts on Beast Wars Walmart exclusive Megatron? Well, I think it is a pretty good figure. Now, of course, it does have his down flaws, like him being shorter than Optimus, but that's really more of a problem with how it originally is, because like I said, reissues, all they do is just copy the original toy. They don't like actually do some retooling, only with like certain parts like the head or something. And I do wish there was some more paint, but it kind of makes up for it for the better tone of purple. So yeah, that's it for this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my new videos. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram, same name, Goldfire Prime. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.